Hello, our workout today is going to be a stretching workout. You'll need a chair. We're going to be starting in our chair. With our workout today, we're going to have a warm-up in our chair. We're going to go through a series of stretches and different maybe yoga poses in our chair, and then we'll go a second time around. If you feel comfortable standing up at that time, I will stand up and show that series standing. So you'll be able to see both seated and standing, just not at the same time, because there's one of me. And then we'll come back to our chair and we'll finish here. So thanks for joining. First, what I want you to do is just get nice and comfortable in your chair. Your hands can either rest onto your thighs or come onto your belly. Your choice in what's comfortable. I encourage you to have soft eyes, so whether they be soft down, not really focusing on anything, or all the way closed and just listening to my voice for this beginning part. But we're going to have soft eyes or fully close them. Our hands can be in our thighs or our belly, and we're going to focus in on our breathing. Just bringing in intention as we inhale through our nose, letting that belly fill with air, and then exhale through our mouth, letting it contract down. Adjusting your body as you need to, lengthening, becoming tall as we breathe in and out. One more breath in and out. Your hands can fall back to your thighs if they are not. Eyes can stay closed or soft. With our next exhale, we're going to turn our head over our right shoulder. Hold here, feeling the stretch in our neck and twist, making sure our spine is straight. Inhale back to center. Exhale over our left shoulder. Coming back to center, right ear drops towards our right shoulder. If you would like, release this left hand, reach it down and out, really trying to lengthen, dropping our shoulder down. Inhale up, switching, left ear, left shoulder, right hand can come out, thumb pointing up. Inhale back up to center. We are going to twist and look over our right shoulder. Your hands can go onto your right leg. If you have an arm, onto your arm of your chair. Or if you're able to twist and reach the back of your chair, twisting all the way back. Spine is straight. Inhale strong. Exhale and twist. Since this is just beginning of our twist, make sure it's gentle, that you're not really yanking or pulling at this twist. Inhale back to center. Switching to our left, again, wherever is comfortable for your hands. Trying to look over that left shoulder as if you're looking behind you. Inhale back to center. We're going to scooch forward in our chair, continuing our warm-up, widening our legs out. Our hands are going to fall in between, thumbs pointing forward, lengthen through our spine. Inhale up, keep our arms reaching up. Exhale, release our shoulders down. Inhale again, extending our arms. And exhale, coming our hands back down. One more again, we inhale up. Lifting our chest and chin. Exhale, release shoulders, belly pulled in. Exhale, and then exhale as we release down, bringing our elbows down to our knees, palms facing up here. We're going to move into cat-cow. So as we exhale, we are going to drop our chin to our chest, rounding through our upper back. And inhale, lifting our chin and lowering our chest. I want you to think about your spinal column here. We want to expand, really arching, getting as much movement through our spinal column as we can, and then contract with our breath. Let your breath guide you here, smooth, slow. After our next exhale, Find neutral spine, lengthen through our neck, lifting our head, and slowly coming back up. Coming into a forward fold, we're gonna widen our legs a little bit farther. Toes angled out slightly, hands fall in between. Same breath in as we reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release our shoulders. Inhale, reaching as high as we can, and exhale, forward fold. As we come down towards the floor, making sure your chin, your nose, and your forehead is pointing down towards the floor. If you cannot reach all the way towards the floor, you can find something to prop yourself up on, whether it be a couple books, something secure though, we don't want it sliding around. Allow your knees to fall out. Our weight is in our heels and our hips, so make sure that we are safe in our chair. Allowing the elbows to bend and the body to come down towards our floor as we open through our hips and get ready for the movements we'll do later on in this workout. Staying here again, nose, chin, and forehead so the blood is not rushing to our head. We are gonna walk our hands to the outside of our right foot. So right hand goes on the outside, left hand goes on the inside. Let our body hang heavy onto our leg. This left knee is going to open up. One breath cycle in here, in and out, and then we are gonna walk our hands to our other side. If you need to come up during it, that's fine. But again, let our body be heavy onto our leg, opening up the right side, having more weight on the pinky side of your foot. And we can walk back to center and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Tucking your chin, lifting up. Once we get tall, roll our shoulders and lift our head. One more time, we're gonna go into this forward bend. So bring our hands down, inhale up. Exhale, release shoulders. Inhale as tall as we can. Exhale, forward fold. This time, again, making sure we're secure in our hips and our feet. We're gonna let our head hang, bringing right hand to our left elbow, left hand to our right elbow, and let the weight of our body pull us down. Again, if you feel insecure and your chair is going to tip, do not do this. We can keep our hands down, but we are letting the weight of our body pull. If we are here or those hands are down, we're going to roll right shoulder to the inside of our knee, left shoulder to the inside of our knee. Gentle, relaxed, slow movements, rolling from side to side. When you're ready, release our hands. Take your time, slowly roll up. One vertebrae at a time, shoulders back, chin is lifted. Take a few moments, because our head was hanging, to readjust here. We're gonna get into our series of exercises, and I want us to walk our legs in. We're gonna turn our knees to the left. So we will turn our knees to the left. First thing we're gonna do, if you have arms of your chair and they get in the way, I wanna make sure that your left hip is nice and secure on your chair, your right hip is off so we have more range of motion. We're gonna drop our right knee down, toe is tucked up underneath in a straight line, or as close to the straight line as we can get from our knee all the way up to the top of our head. Hands can be on our thigh or on the arm of your chair, whatever you feel the most comfortable. And we're gonna tuck our tailbone underneath us. Engaging the front of our leg, engaging our glute, and being tall. From here, take this right hand, inhale up over our head, and lean across our body. So leaning towards the back of the chair. There should be a nice gap. If I turn, there should be a nice gap between my ear and my bicep. I'm not tucked in. I'm leaning across my body. If it feels more comfortable, reach to the back of your chair. Inhale back up to center, drop our arm down. I'm turning once again. If we feel comfortable here, stay here. If you feel like you can, we're going to extend this right leg back as straight as we can. Choice, staying here, which is our base move and our safe move, or if we have a little bit more range of motion in our hip flexor, drive this back. From here, hands on our thighs again, nice and tall. If this is where we are, we can stay. Otherwise, if you feel comfortable, inhale, reaching your arms up, lifting your head, neck, and shoulders as we reach. Inhale and exhale, holding. Feel the strength of our legs and our core. Again, at any time, we can come back to this knee position. Hands are going to come together. Release down to our center here. Whether our legs are here or we're straight back, we are going to try to turn our hips and shoulders opening to the front of the room. So you felt legs straight, I rotate, and now I'm rested on the inside of my toe. If I'm here, I lower down, and I'm going to turn, turning both knees, soft knee here. If you feel comfortable straightening out, do. Otherwise, we stay with a soft knee. Once we're in our position, extend our arms out straight, release our shoulders down, and look over our left hand. Be long. Fingertips extend from fingertip to fingertip. Flipping. Left hand over. Right hand comes to our leg, bent or straight, and extends up and over. Hand, eyes looking up at our hand, wiggling those fingers, lengthening through our body. Inhale, exhale. We're going to drop this left arm down onto our thigh, right arm reaching up and over. If leg is straight, follow me. If it's bent, keep it bent and lengthen as far as we can, expanding the space between our pelvis and our rib cage. Back up to center. We can bring our legs in, coming nice and tight. Palms facing up, we inhale up overhead. Exhale, forward bend. Keep your knees together as we forward bend. Letting our body hang, letting that head hang. And we can roll our shoulders just a little bit. One drops down than the other. Feel it lengthening through our spine and down into our low back. Inhale up, one vertebrae at a time, shoulders back. We're going to repeat the same movement on our other side. So we turn our legs to the right, left leg. For everyone to begin with, we drop down, toe is tucked, knee is straight down. If able, lengthen through our body nice and tall. We do not want this forward hinge position. We want tall. Tuck your tailbone underneath and hold. If you feel comfortable, we lift our arm up and over and lean to the back of the room. Again, your hand can stay on your thigh, go to the arm of the chair, go to the back of the chair, whatever feels most comfortable. Just as we had just talked about before, pelvis and rib cage expand. Try to increase the space. Inhale back up, releasing our arm down. Choices here. Base move, leg stays bent. If you feel comfortable, leg comes out straight. From here, lengthen through our body, release our hands, inhale up overhead. Lifting our chin slightly, making sure there is space between our bicep and our ears. Hands are going to drop down to center. Again, knee straight or bent. We are going to turn our body squared up facing forward. Knee is out, whether leg is soft bend and we release on the inside of our toe, or leg is out straight. Release and weight on the inside of our toe side of our foot. Hands are together, lengthen tall, extend, look over your right hand. Release shoulders, pull up, lengthening through our torso, strong through our legs, open this hip. Do not let this knee cave in, keeping it out to the side. Flip right hand up, left hand down on your thigh. We lean across our body. Eyes looking up towards our hand. If that's too much of a strain on your neck, look straight forward. Breathe, one more cycle. Lowering our right elbow down to our leg. Again, we can be bent here, reaching up and over. Find where your body is comfortable, whether it be extended or bent, and lengthen. When you're ready, come up. We'll bring our legs together. One more, knees all the way together. Inhale up. Exhale down, letting the body hang. If you feel comfortable, we can roll our shoulders. Otherwise, just holding for a breath or two. One more cycle. When you're ready, we'll slowly roll all the way up. Shoulders roll back, nice and tall. This is your choice. I'm going to come to a standing position. For those of you who feel comfortable to stand, we're going to come to a standing position. For those of you who need to stay in our chair, we're going to do the same series of movement, just standing or in a seated position. So I'm going to stand and turn sideways for some of this, so I'm going to be moving around. We're going to widen our legs back out, whether standing or in our chair. Same thing we did to begin with. I'm going to turn here. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, release our shoulders. Inhale all the way up and exhale, forward bend. Your choice for those standing. You can come all the way down towards the floor if that is not an option. From here, we forward bend to the seat of our chair. What I want you to think about is weighted in your heels. Your toes could wiggle. We lift through our tailbone and lower our body as much as we can. We can come to our elbows. We can come to the floor. Your choice on where is most comfortable for you. If you're in your chair, your seat, your rear is nice and secure in your seat, and we're just hinging forward. We're going to walk our body over towards our right side. So if you're here, we lean to the right, standing, press your hip a little bit farther to the left. If you're in your chair, you walk your hands, body heavy on your right leg. Coming up just slightly, switching over to our left leg. So again, in your chair, we walk left hand on the outside, right hand on the inside. For us standing, we are going to press our hip a little bit to the right as we come our hands over towards our legs or with our chair. I know you can't see me at all. My hip is just pressing over and I'm going to the side of my body. Come back to center, slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time, shoulders back, chin becomes lifted. This is where we are going to turn. So if we are standing, we are going to widen our legs out. I gotta think of where I'm going. Left toe is pointed out, right is slightly angled. So if you want to see my feet, my toe is pointing this way, my toe is pointing slightly out here. I'm going to make sure I have a chair close to me. I'm going to bring it in front of me for this. If I was standing, I would be in a straight line. Toe pointing here, toe slightly out. In your chair, turn your knees to the side as we did. We are going to find our space. Legs are straight to begin with. Inhale, reaching our right hand up. Slight bend. If you need your chair, it's right there for you. You can lean and touch. If you do not, your hand can come on your hip as we slightly lean. Inhale back up. For those of us standing, we are now going to bend our knee. I like to have a chair in front. It gives us a little bit more stability. Other people like to have it beside. Find where you feel more secure. Maybe you don't need a chair at all. From here, whether you're in your chair or standing, our knee is bent. For those in a chair, we are straightening our leg out or keeping it bent and inhale all the way up. Same series we did seated. I'm just showing the standing option now. Be tall, lift through our chest and chin, hands come together. We slowly lower to heart center. From here, we are opening our hips and opening our shoulders. So I'm just turning, squaring up, forward. Hands extend out, release shoulders, look over our left hand. Flip left hand up, right hand comes to our thigh. We lean up and over our body. If you find that you're losing your balance, find your balance. Maybe we just lean without the arm movement. Maybe we find something to the side of us that we can hold. Maybe you put your chair in front and we lean. Finding stability. I don't want to hear anyone has fallen because we're doing these exercises. Come back up. Hand can come down. Right hand up and over. Hand can come to our chair, or we can come even farther to our thigh. I have a pretty narrow stance now. I would like to be a little bit wider, so I'm going to widen my stance out for more comfort. Slowly come back up. We're going to turn our toes. For those in a chair, come back. We are going to find a wide stance standing, wide stance in our chair. Coming to a forward bend. If you need your chair, again, you can turn your body or you can move your chair. Legs are wide. We inhale, hold, exhale, release shoulders. Inhale, reach high, exhale, forward bend. Again, to our chair if you need it. All the way to the floor if you can. Let our head and shoulders and neck drop. Releasing. Just as we did, you can roll your shoulders. You can move your hips slightly. Finding and releasing any tension that you were holding. One more breath down, and as we exhale, we'll slowly come back up. I'm going to move my chair again. You can just turn your body, but I'm going to move my chair again. Now we're going to do the same series one more time on this side. So those standing, join me. Those seated, remember the same movements we just did. For those in a chair, you are going to turn your knees to your right. Drop your left knee down. For those standing, we are going to turn your right toe facing forward. Left foot slightly out, square over, forward. We inhale. Left hand up, lean across our body. I'm going to turn, we lean across our body. Support if you need it, otherwise on our hip. Come back up. The only movement here is I'm going to be bending my knee. I'm going to be lunging forward. Both hands now come up and over. Hands come together, slowly lower to heart center. Square up, so those in a chair, you might want to bend your knee, you might want to straighten it out. For those standing, if you feel it's more comfortable to have a wider stance, please join me in that. Release, hands out to a T position. Turn and look over your right hand. Retract your shoulder blades, release your shoulders, pull your belly in, tucking it in. Flip right hand over, left hand to our thigh. We lean across. Inhale up, hand to your thigh, to your chair, elbow to your thigh. Now your left arm is going to come up and across our body. If you find yourself hinging forward, make it smaller, come up. Keep that tailbone tucked up underneath you. Inhale back to center, turning our toes if we're standing. One more forward fold before we all join back into a chair. We inhale up. Exhale, release shoulders. Inhale, reaching as high as we can. Exhale, forward fold. 2 breath cycles here. We're just releasing head, neck, and shoulders. Again, we can wag our tail if we're standing. We can roll out our shoulders. After our 2 breath cycles, slowly rolling up. back. We're all going to finish with our stretching in our chair. I want to make sure we open up a little bit more of our hips and our hamstrings. So we're going to be at the front of our chair. So you can see my feet a little bit better. In the front of our chair, hip width apart stance. We're going to take our right foot over our left ankle or over our left knee. Ideally, we get it as flat as we can. So if you find your knee up here, maybe that's what you can, only thing that you can do, but our goal is to try to not press, but flatten it out. Opening our hip, lengthen through our spine as if we're as tall as we can, and then just from our waistline, we hinge forward. It is not a C curve, so I am hinging forward here. I'm not moving from my mid-back and bringing my nose down. Nice and tall, hinge, and pull. Make sure our neck is long, our chin is off of our chest. We're not tucked down looking at our legs. Inhale, back up tall. Release this right leg. Switch to our left. If our ankle is crossed over our ankle, we stay the same way and we lean forward. If we have that more flexibility, we lift up and lean forward. Retract our shoulder blades back. So again, your choice on where you are and where your hips are able to take you. Inhale, back up, release. Still at the front of our chair. Right hamstring, right leg, we extend out in front. Toe is pointed straight up towards the ceiling. I'm not quite sure if you can see my toes, so I'm backing even farther back. Before you know it, I'm gonna be out the door. Toe pointed up, hands on our left leg, lengthen tall once again, just from our hips. We hinge forward, chin is lifted, eyes can look at our toe. Make sure that toe is not pointed forward. We lose a lot of that stretch. We pull it back towards us. As we hold, we are just going to allow this toe to slightly angle in towards the center of our body. Feels different. It starts working a little bit more of that hamstring in a different area. Now let the toe fall out. Many of us maybe can find ourselves being able to sink a little bit lower into this. Again, movement doesn't come from our mid-back, it comes from our waist. And up we go. Let's switch legs. Left heel out in front, straight leg, tall. Lift that kneecap, so engage our quad, the front of our thigh, nice and tall, we hinge forward. Take our toe, angle it in. Let it fall out to the side. If we can come farther forward, allow your body to do that. Again, don't be looking down at our thigh. If we are looking down at all, it's at our toe. That allows our chin and head to stay in alignment. Let's come back up. Legs can relax. We can slightly scoot back in our chair if we need to. Right arm is going to come across our body. Left hand grabs underneath at the elbow, pulling it in, releasing our shoulder down. We're going to match our fingertip up to each thumb. I want you to make circles, not just flat lines, circles. Staying with this right arm, bringing it up and over, chin is lifted, press, pull. You're trying to walk your fingertips down your spinal column. Release. Feel the difference between your shoulders. Now left arm comes across, right arm grabs up underneath, pulls it in, relax your shoulder down, matching thumb up to your fingers, making like okay signs with those hands. Release it, bring it up and over, chin is lifted. We can push, we can pull. Make sure that arm is not dragging your chin forward. We're lifted up. And release. I'm going to turn just so you can see. In your chair, we're still at the front of the chair. Ideally, we're able to reach back, grab the seat of the chair. Press your chest forward, lift through your chin. Almost like you're going to lift up the back of your chair, but I don't want you to lift up the back of your chair. You just lean through our chest. It reminds me of the movie Titanic, as she's leaning out on the front of the ship. Release this. Turning again. Hands are going to come in front of you. Thumbs pointed down, and then we tuck and round. Bring your shoulders up by your ears. Separate the shoulder blades as much as you can. Reach up towards the ceiling. Hands can stay together or come apart. We're going to lean to our right and hold. Lean to our left and hold. Back up, arms drop down, shoulders roll back. With the shoulders back and relaxed, right ear, right shoulder. As we did at the beginning, thumb pointing up, release. Left ear, left shoulder. Don't let our shoulders creep up, release them down. With each exhale, trying to relax that tension. Chin drops down towards our chest, but I want to make sure we're not hinging forward in this. Tuck your chin, drop it down. With it tucked and down, our head can gently roll from right to left, but notice my chin does not lift up. We do not want this back action here. That's hard on your spinal column and that cervical spine. We keep it down, lengthening through the side and the back of the neck. If you find a place of stickiness, soreness, you can linger there a little bit longer. And when you're ready, let's slowly lift our head back up. We're going to finish with a couple big deep breaths. We'll inhale and act like you're blowing out a birthday candle. One more. Inhale up and exhale down. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the stretching and you feel a little bit more loose and better. And we will see you a different day. Thank you.